Today I'm going to demonstrate the Chinese handcuff. To do this, I'll be using some Line 1 Spectra by Jerry Brown, and this will represent the Spectra that your reel is spooled with. I've got some 80-pound Suffolk Superior here, which will be our top shot. I have a needle rigging kit. You need a razor blade, pair of scissors, the Jerry Brown glue system, which is a two-part glue system, and either some lightweight Spectra or some floss to finish things off. Step one of doing the hollow core splice is going to be to take the loop end needle. This needle has a little loop on the end of it, and you're going to use that needle to stretch out the hollow core. You're just going to start, you're going to go right down the middle of the hollow core, and you're just doing this to make it easier to do your splice when you start to do your splice. So we're going to take that needle and start going right down the hollow core. As you notice, I've got the hollow core pointed down, and it makes it work quite a bit easier as the needle goes straight down into the hollow core. Sometimes you'll need to pull the hollow core out to kind of smooth out the braid to make the needle go on through. And as you can see, I'm just steadily working the braid up the needle to expand the inner diameter of the braid to make it easier to go through. One note you do want to make here is that you want to push the braid up onto the needle. I'll walk up and show this. And then push the braid off of the needle. You do not want to pull the braid off of the needle because that will cause the braid to cinch back down on itself, and what you're trying to do is keep it open. Once you've worked a suitable distance down the braid, you simply finish opening it by coming out the side and pulling the needle on out. For the next step, you're going to want to match the diameter of your monofilament to the diameter of the needle that you're going to use. They should be equal. And you'll shave down the monofilament and push it up into the needle. To shave down the monofilament, you take a razor blade and you pull the monofilament back against it, which will shave off a nice little area there. You take your monofilament, you insert it up inside of the needle that you'll be using. Now that we have the needle on the end of our monofilament, we're going to take it and start the actual Chinese finger cuff. So what we're going to do is again feed the braid up onto the needle. And we're going to keep working our way right down the area that we've opened up. And as you can see, as I'm doing it, the braid is working itself over top of the monofilament. When I get to the area where I exited before, I'm going to exit the braid again, and I'll pull the little end of the monofilament out, and I'm going to pull the needle off so that the small end of the monofilament is sticking out. I'm going to work my braid, stretching it out over top of the monofilament, and then my little tag end that I have there, I'm going to take my scissors, I'll cut the tag end of the mono off, and I'm going to work it back inside of the braid so it's captured inside of the braid there. I'm going to smooth this back out, and then the next step will be to put the connection in the vise.